Okay, so this is the next video in the series, so welcome back. And in this little tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do the M1T, because we're going to actually be making one every other round to do. That's how we do the increases and form the hexagon. It actually grows from the center out. Now, there are many ways to make one. There's M1T, which is called for in this pattern, which is make one towards. There's M1B, which is make one back. There's M1R, which is make one right. M1L, which is make one left. So there's many different ways to do it. But this pattern specifically calls for you to do the M1T because that means your stitches will be aligned properly as you're looking at the diagonals. Now, I'm going to show you how to do the make one towards Continental. I'm going to do that on the first side, and then on the second side, or the final 6 stitches, I'm going to show you how to do the M1T English style, because it's a little bit different. And the reason why it's a little different is because it has to do with which side of the yarn you're on. So as you can see here, I'm getting ready to do the Continental. My hand or my finger is to the left of the working yarn, and so you're going to make it one way. And then when I'm doing English style, my index finger is going to be to the right of the working yarn, which means I have to do it slightly different so that you make sure that you get or achieve the same effect. So first thing you want to do, of course, is pull out your working needle first, your top needle, and then you're going to put on your stitch marker, and then we're going to knit the first 2 stitches. That's 1, 2, and now we're going to do our increase, which is our M1T. So to do it Continental style, what you do is place your right needle underneath the left needle, and then put your thumb on it to kind of hold it in place. And then you're going to take your thumb and you're going to rest it on top, or place it on top of the working yarn, and you're going to turn your thumb down and then up and then twist. And then you're going to put that onto your right needle. Now, the reason why this is called an M1T, or make one towards, is because if you notice, the working yarn is coming towards you. It's actually coming towards the camera. It's coming out and towards you. If this were an M1B, this yarn would actually be coming out to the bottom. So that's the difference. Alright, so now we're going to knit 2. And then make one towards. So again, take your right needle, place it under the left, put your thumb on top to hold it or secure it, and then you're going to take your thumb and rest it on top of the working yarn, and then you're going to rotate downwards and then back up again and twist. You only do 1 twist. You don't do 2 twists. So we're actually going into the front. And again, as you can see, it's coming out towards the camera or towards you all. So that's why it's the make one towards. Alright, and then we're going to knit 2. And then take your right needle, place it underneath the left, secure it, and then your thumb goes on top of the working yarn, down, under, and up, and then make them touch. So you see how they kind of touch, and then insert your needle knitwise. Okay. Alright, so now we turn our work. now on the other side, we need to finish the other side. So again, you slide your bottom needle onto the stitches, or slide the stitches onto the bottom needle, and then you're going to take the top needle out. And now I'm going to show you the M1T English style, because it's a little bit different. All right. So the first two stitches we're going to knit. One, two. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the right needle and we're going to put it on top of the left needle. And then with your left thumb, hold them in place. Now this time, instead of using my thumb, I'm going to use my index finger. So what you're going to do is you're going to come under it and up, and then you're going to take your index finger and touch it here. And then you're going to go into the back loop. Now again, this is still a make one towards. It might look different, but as you can see, the yarn is coming towards the camera. It's coming out towards the camera. So again, we've done that correctly. If it's going back or down, you've twisted something wrong. So that's why it's important to make sure your twist goes the right way, but that's what your thumb and fingers are for. All right, so now I'm going to show you that again. We're going to do knit two. That's one. Two. And then we're going to take our right needle, place it on top of the left needle. Take your thumb, your left thumb, and secure it. And again, you're going to go up or under. And then you're going to turn and then take your index, the tip of your index finger, and kind of curl it all the way in. And then go into, you're going to come at it from the left. All right, and then again, we're going to knit one, knit two, and again we're going to take our right needle, place it on top of the left, put your left thumb on top, from underneath, come up, turn, keep turning, and then put that from the back loop, or through the back loop, but in reverse. And again, here it is. Make one towards you because your working yarn is coming out towards you. So that's how to do the M1T, or the make one towards, which is called for in the pattern. You're going to be doing that like crazy. And you may be doing it with either of the yarns, so that's why I demonstrated both, because if you're a two-handed knitter, you will be doing literally both, depending on which round calls for it in the pattern. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue knitting a little bit. I'm going to attach my second color and knit in pattern for Fair Isle, and after maybe 5 or 6 rounds, I'm going to come back and show you how to put your stitches, or transfer these stitches onto multiple circular needles, and that's the multiple magic loop. Again, that's an optional video. If you're not interested in that, or you're completely content with the method that you use, whatever it may be, you can go ahead and skip that and go on to the other ones. But if you're curious, or if you're having trouble like I had trouble, this actually might help you. It's very important that you be mindful of that, because as this gets bigger, it's going to be harder and harder to work it on magic loop, because you're going to have this tendency of this roundness going on, which is, you know, knitting in the round. And when you have all of that on a straight, just on one needle, it's going to actually, your work is going to look like a taco. It's going to kind of close shut, or almost like a pita bread with a pocket in it. It's going to take that shape. And so it's much easier to control your tension and to make your tension even for all sides if you're either using DPNs or if you use multiple magic loop. But in any event, I will see you in the next video.